Hi, and welcome to Marian's World. Today we're doing a makeup video. That's why I'm here barefaced, acne and ugly skin and all. But yeah, today we're going to do basically my everyday look kind of style. Basically just a foundation and or tinted moisturizer. Right now I'm using ColourPop's Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. Been loving this. Just bought a new one. This is the old one. Love it because it has the perfect amount of coverage and it's like not drying, but it really just gives you that no makeup look, which is what I'm usually going for day-to-day thing if I'm not trying to beat my face. That'll be another video. So yeah, let's just, I guess, get right into it. I already have a moisturizer on my face from earlier in the morning when I washed it. Then I just put moisturizer on. For my primer, I do like to use primer even though I'm not doing anything crazy, just because this has SPF in it and it just protects my skin. So it's Murad hydration line. I'll have it linked below. Just one pump. I have a mirror right next to me, so I might be looking over there as well. And it kind of just blurs your face. Like all your pores, it fills in and it just gives you a nice blank canvas. And it just feels great to put on. And then, depending on how much makeup I'm putting on, if some days it'll just be some concealer and I'm out the door, but we're gonna do a little more than just that today. So I like to actually just pump it right on my forehead instead of pumping it on my hand and then doing that. I feel like that wastes product and I'm cheap, so I want to use every drop. So I usually just do 2 pumps on my forehead. Be careful. It might go somewhere. It might squirt all over the place. It's new, so yeah. Do like a slow pump so that it doesn't squirt places. And then, okay, so now that I have it on my forehead, I just kind of use it. I love makeup brushes more than like sponges or other things like that. So and if you don't feel it's enough, maybe one more pump, just because I'm trying to do more of a, I think I needed to shake it up first. Yeah, that's why. And this is just a nice canvas to work from. Sorry. This chair is always talking, like, girl, stop. Don't forget your chin. All the way down. Don't want to look patchy. Okay. Oh yeah, and this is just a MAC brush that I have, a foundation brush. It's 170. Also, forgot to say, I am in the shade Deep Dark 21W when it comes to the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. And then next I do concealer. I also love Pretty Fresh, girl, what are you talking about? Concealer. As you can see, this is almost done, so I've been using it. I like to go under my eyes, over my eyes, because I have pretty dark eyes, so a tinted moisturizer is not going to do it for me. do like a weird shape down the center of my nose. Definitely my nose today because got a little bump there, some acne there, and then depending on how I'm feeling, like the perimeter of my face. And then for this, I do enjoy putting on, blending it out with a beauty blender. It's really used. You know, I like to season it. I feel like the more you use it, the more flavorful it becomes. Obviously, there's a time where it's not effective anymore and then you have to wash it and kind of start over again, but you don't have to wash it every single time. That's just me. The great thing about this concealer is that it doesn't dry down too quickly, so you have some time to really like take your time. When I'm not using that, I'm using LA Girl concealer, as you can see. Also running out of that. They're both pretty high coverage, which you gotta love. And this color is Chestnut. And the other concealer, Pretty Fresh concealer, is Dark 180N. I also sometimes like to let it sit so that it dries down a little bit, and it's just a little easier to blend out, and it doesn't transfer or go as far as if it was wet, you know, because it's kind of dry, so it doesn't go all over the place. I like to do the sides of my face, especially now that we're in a pandemic. This part I don't really focus on because you won't really see it, but you will see the sides of my face, especially depending on like the mask you're wearing. So I like to do that. Wear a mask. PSA. And I like to go up into my hairline. A lot of people be having like rings around their forehead. You need to do a little bit into the edges, a little bit, just a little tap tap, you know. Most of the times I have to go back and do my edges after doing my makeup, or I just do my hair after. But yeah, I think that's pretty blended out. And yeah, you can still see it, but it's not nearly as bad as before. So next, I like to set my face depending on how I want it to look. Sometimes I'll do like a lighter powder under my eyes and then the rest in like a brown shade. But today I'm kind of just doing a simple look. So I'm just gonna do brown all around. Right now I'm using e.l.f. matte setting powder. I bought it on a sale, or in a sale, and I ran out of my Laura Mercier and I was like, well, let's actually put it to use. And I feel like I've been actually liking it. It's not a terrible powder. It's not something I'd buy again. But since I already have it, I'm not mad I have it. But in a perfect world, I would have my Laura Mercier powder in medium deep. So I like to use a brush for this, a nice big fluffy one. I put the powder into the lid and kind of place it, and then kind of just brush it around. I don't like too much excess powder, but I'm not afraid of a little powder. You just have to brush it around. So I actually kind of mattes the face a little bit, but my face is oily, so it won't stay matte for too long, which I'm not really mad about. Okay. Now I like to do either my brows or mascara. It really just depends on the day, but we can do brows next. Is this sponsored by ColourPop? Maybe, I don't know. They're just a really affordable brand that actually has quality stuff, so I really enjoy using them. Another ColourPop product is their Brow Boss Gel. It's basically something that just kind of tames your brows, keeps them up, adds a little tinted color. I have mine in soft black, and then I just kind of comb that through. Depending on if my eyebrows are going to be showing, I sometimes just do this and call it a day. Like if I'm wearing my hair down in like a big afro kind of state, you really can't see my brows. So I'm like, why even do them if you're not gonna see them? But since you can see my brows today, I'm going to do a little extra. I have Black and Brown by ColourPop. It's a gel. I don't know. Can't see it. It's more of a pomade kind of situation. Actually running out of that as well. And I use a brush. This brush is constantly getting dirty. I just use a little brush cleaner, because I always forget to clean my brushes until I need them again. And then I just spray it. That kind of gets the excess product off. Good enough so I can use it. And this is basically the shape brush that I use. Brush both sides gently. Just get enough product on there. And then kind of just going through with that as well. And for me, when I do fill in my brows, like I'm perfectly fine with them not looking perfect, because I'm going to put concealer around them. So if they're not perfect now, they'll be perfect later. I'm gonna switch concealers and use the LA Girl just to show you how they both show up on my face, I guess. To conceal them, I use another brush. This one's slightly bigger. Let me compare them. The bottom one is one I use to fill them in, and then the top one is what I use to conceal them in. They both have that angled kind of cut to them. So basically, this one's more of a squeezy top instead of the regular kind of doe foot applicator. I just squeeze up enough till I see it. And I put my brush in it, both sides, and I just kind of carve out the shape. And this kind of like paints over any hair that was not plucked this morning. Then I go in some more and do the top. And there we go on the brows. And repeat. Let me see if I can do it in this viewfinder. Not bad. Okay, so And that's how I like my brows. I would say they're more on the natural side because my brows aren't really thin. It's more just I pluck the sides so that I can just make them sharper because they don't naturally look sharp. Whose brows do look sharp naturally. How can I miss this beautifully glittered mascara bottle? I don't know how. It's Lancome Monsieur Big, Mr. Big. Love it. This is like my 4th container of it. Love it. For my mascara, I like to do the wiggle back and forth method as I go out. Kind of just gets in between all the hairs. And then I just go up. Don't forget the inner ones. And a trick I can do is actually close my mouth and do it. I know. Can you do that? I don't think so. And then I like to go out on the ends and kind of just make sure those are visible as well. And yeah. Can you see a difference? I can. Another application. Put more on your brush and then do it again. I hate when my lashes look spidery and they clump together, which is why I've created so many techniques to prevent that from happening. I even have this, I think it's a mascara comb. I'm not sure that's what I use it for, but it's a metal comb. Just one row of like metal prongs, I guess. And I sometimes comb through my lashes if they start clumping together because I loathe that. And then bottom lashes, those are pretty simple. Just don't go too far because you might end up putting some mascara on your skin, and we just concealed it and you don't want it to look dark. So I gently brush them. And then sometimes I'll just stop here and head out the door. But since it's a video, I can add a little bit extra. So when I'm feeling a tiny bit extra, I go for my Morphe face palette. It looks bigger up close. It's really like this small. I don't know. But yeah, I use the dark contour shade. I go straight from my ear down. Just one tap. Just to add some depth. And on the forehead. Down the side of my face and out. A little further down. This is really like in the edges, like in the hairline. And there we go. Crazy as it seems, I'm able to use the same brush for my blush. So I tap that a little bit and just go bam. I am just getting into the blush game, like legit a couple weeks ago. And then a little bit on my nose. I will show you my favorite highlighter. It is a mess. Terrible looking. Look at that. I can't even like flip it up too much because it will spill out. It's more of a, it's actually I think a bronzer, but it's been doing good to me. This highlighter is so sensitive to the point where you just place it near it and that's it. And then gently brush. I know I said that was it and then I put more makeup on my face. I like to do it down the center, a little bit on the forehead. Okay, girl. Okay, so that is my makeup routine. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial on how to do kind of a basic everyday look without spending too much time. And yeah, I hope you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and your family, tell everyone about it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Hope you have a great week. And yeah, bye.